My people, welcome back to Matchday Madness podcast, guys. You're done it, your boy Sachin here, guys. And today, guys, I'm not really feeling well, but I had to do this video, especially that banger that happened yesterday in the Premier League. Man City 2, Aston Villa 1. What a game, man. So let's get into the video. Yo, I think it was like 18 seconds in the game, Aston Villa got a breakthrough with Rashford. Yo, Marcus Rashford, man, the way that he twists Ruben Diaz inside out. Oh my god, you know what that reminded me of? I don't remember the year exactly, but I think it was United versus Liverpool, and the way Rashford turned Trent inside and kicked that, and they actually scored. That remind me of yesterday when Rashford turned Ruben Diaz inside out, and we were so lucky. We were so lucky that the ball hit the post and come back out so the keeper could save it. Yo, Chuck, we were so lucky. But then after that, Man City started to settle in the game, started to make some pass around and get it comfortable on the ball. And then in the 7th minute, Omar Mamouche with an assist to Bernardo Silva. And I know you guys are expecting me to talk some bad things about Bernardo, but in this episode, guys, I can't, because he actually played well in this game. Trust me. Well, not well. He played good. He played good. Reason being, okay, guys, to be honest, the only problem I have with Bernardo Silva is just him going forward. That's the only problem I have with him. But I have to give him his credit for when he's not really going forward, but he's defending. If Bernardo Silva is on the pitch and you don't really see him going forward, look for him in his defensive role. At one point in the game, I see Bernardo Silva playing centre back, and I'm not even joking, guys. Trust me. I'm not even joking. Trust me. Any player go forward, especially in the defense, you can look for Bernardo Silva to fill that gap. You guys let me know if I'm wrong, because I know I'm definitely right. Any player go forward, especially in the back four or in the midfield, you can look for Bernardo Silva to cover that world. It doesn't matter where he's playing on the pitch, but look for him to cover that role. And to be honest, I've seen this comeback from Man City already, even though it wasn't really a comeback, but it was something close to it. For all the Man City fans, you guys must remember, I think it was in 2021, when Aston Villa was leading Man City 2-0. It was the final game of the Premier League. And I remember the goal scorers for Aston Villa. It was Coutinho, and I think it was Buendia. They scored 2 early goals, fast. And for my Liverpool fans, I know you guys don't want to hear this, but you guys were already beating Wolves. I think it was Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah that scored a goal, make it 2-0. And in the second half, Man City made a very drastic comeback to win the game 4-2. So that game yesterday remind me of 2021 when Man City made a comeback to win the Premier League against Aston Villa. Yo, that was beautiful, man. Trust me. But let's get back into the future. So after Bernardo scored in the 7th minute, then Aston Villa got a penalty in the 18th minute. In my eyes, it wasn't really a penalty. Reason being, Ruben Diaz was trying to skip away from Jacob Ramsey. But when I watched by the replay, there was a dangling leg. I think it was his right leg that sticked out and Ramsey tripped over it. And we all know once he tripped over it, the referee didn't give the penalty at first, but he went back to the VAR and he saw it. I don't know what he saw, but he decided to give them the penalty and they scored with Rashford. But one thing I have to say about Rashford, I have to give him his credit, because when he was at United, his career was here. And as soon as he went to Aston Villa, his career went all the way back up. Not really fully 100%, but you can see the Rashford that we know when he was at United, and at his peak, that's the Rashford that we see. So credit for that, bro. Trust me. And after they scored that, I think that was basically it for the first half, because nobody wanted to concede a second goal going into the first half. So it was kind of, they attack, we defend, we attack, they defend in the first half. And after the first half ended, bro, going into the second half, I was expecting Pep to make some earlier changes, especially in the 60th minute. That was the hour in the game. He didn't make a change. So I'm like, okay, fine. I guess he's looking for a job, which we didn't need a job because we actually needed those 3 points, especially when we're chasing Champions League for next season. But Aston Villa made a change. I think it was in the 61st minute when he put on the Sassy. I'm like, if you guys are putting on the Sassy in the 61st minute, I don't remember exactly if it's the 61st or the 64th, but it was somewhere in that region. They put on the Sassy, and when I see that, I'm basically saying that probably Villa is looking for a job because they need a job more than a lose, or even if they get all 3 points, that would be good for them. But if Aston Villa was looking for the 3 points, they wouldn't put on the Sassy, because when you put on the Sassy, that basically showing the opposition that you're looking for a job. You could have put on Maatsen, because Maatsen would have go forward more than the Sassy. Maatsen can go forward and he can also defend. So what Pep did, and this is what I have to credit him for, when he saw that Aston Villa put on the Sassy, he go for Jeremy Doku. He could have went for Jack or Savina, but he went for Doku. The reason why I think he went for Doku is more direct. Doku will actually take on his fullback, even though he can't really make a final pass, and that's the only thing that's really lacking in his game, to make a final pass. But trust me, Jeremy Doku, he will take on his fullback 100%. He will give them trouble. Trust me. Even as I said before, the only problem that Jeremy D has is just the final pass. That's the only problem. And yesterday, guys, he definitely finding. What a beautiful Trivela. And Trivela pass in Jamaica, what I understand from that is we call it banana peel. When I see that pass, I had to really scratch my eyes to look to see if it was Kevin De Bruyne or Jeremy Doku. Trust me, because I'm not looking for that pass from Jeremy Doku. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for those type of passes from Kevin De Bruyne or maybe Gundogan. But when I saw that was Doku, and when I see that ball go across the goal, but before we go to the player that scored the goal, I think that Paul Torres, you could have done better with that ball, because the ball actually passed your toe tip, bro. You could have kicked out the ball or tried some, but I don't care. Me no really care, because guess what? Mateus Nunes got his first goal for the club yesterday, and what a time and what a way to score your goal in the 94th minute. Bear in mind, they gave us 4 extra minutes and Mateus scored in seconds to make it 2-1. What a way to score your first goal for the club, and what a time, because Man City actually needed that 3 points so we could secure a spot, even though we have a couple games. But I don't see Man City losing all those 4 games. I don't see it. Even with this run of form right now, it's going to give them more boost and more confidence to go think that, okay, we can win at least 2 games out of this 4. Win 2, draw 1, lose 1. I'm going to be realistic. I'm not going to say win all 4, even though I want them to win all 4, but I'm going to be realistic. So Nunes scored in a couple seconds of the game to make it 2-1. And that, bro, oh my god, yo, when I saw, first thing first, I didn't even see the goal. All I heard was my phone pinging, because I was at work, so I couldn't really focus on the game like that, bro. But when I go back and I watch it, and I say, okay, yo, that was good, because from a right back to be in the box, that's why I know that football is very, very advanced now, because back in the days, most defenders, especially right back and left back, they mostly sit back, and especially when the game is almost done, they're gonna say, okay, they're looking for a draw. But football right now is mostly advanced. You always see fullback going in the midfield, coming in the midfield, and from the right back as well. So that run that Nunes made, that was beautiful, man. Trust me, that was so good for you to be there at that right time where we needed that. And To be honest, when I saw Nunes there, I wasn't expecting him to kick. I was looking for him to pass it to Mamouche because Mamouche was there. But he took the chance and he took it perfectly well, man. Trust me, perfectly well. But Aston Villa, they were looking for that draw. You can't really look for a draw, especially even though the game was almost finished. But you have to finish the game, man. You have to stick to it. You have to stay focused, which they didn't. And Man City took the 3 points, and now we're in 3rd position. I think we're on 61, and Arsenal is on 66. So you guys better be careful. You guys can make a team that's almost coming from the ground come back and finish 2nd over you guys. Even though Arsenal's in the Champions League semi-finals, but if you guys make Man City come back from a bad season, come back and come 2nd in the Premier League, we have a better season than you guys. Trust me. Even if you guys win the Champions League. Trust me, you see me? So yeah guys, that's basically the end of this episode. If you guys like this video, drop a like, drop a sub, and we catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, my people. Love.